Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Colton, and today I want to talk about a specific project that I've been working on, something that wasn't really designed to be an end result of a photo book or be in a gallery, but rather something that was designed to be fun yet really challenging for me. And so what that is a portrait project in the studio with people who are a mix of models and mostly not models, people who are just interesting people here in the town that I live in, and to really get practice in the directing component of photography. Because I've done a lot of portraits, I've done photo booths, and perceived or real, something that I have always felt like I could do better at is in directing people who are in front of the camera, making them feel comfortable, directing them in poses, making it fun. That's always something I felt like I want to be as good as I can possibly be at doing that. And so that's really what the goal of this project was, first and foremost, was just to get a lot of practice, try different things, experiment, and hopefully get good at directing people in front of the camera. To also make this a little bit more challenging, I decided to shoot it all on film. So it's being shot on Portra 160 on my Mamiya 645 Pro that I have the rigged up wireless flash setup for. And so that also adds a challenge because not only am I thinking about what I'm doing in front of the camera, but I also really need to be focused with what I'm doing behind the camera because I can't check these images as I go. I only will know once the entire shoot is done. Based on the logistics of setting these up, it would really not be fun to find out that I messed everything up after the fact. So those two elements have been really challenging. Also adding into the creative component is that we're not stopping with the portraits, but rather taking those portraits into Photoshop and trying to create something that looks like a very minimal version of like 90s clip art or sort of those like 90s vision boards where you're like, I'm gonna get a pink piece of construction paper and clip out a bunch of magazines of fashion stuff and put it on, glue it onto the construction paper. It's like, it kind of is designed to look like that. I don't know how close it is, but I'm hoping that the vibe is there and received in these images. But so far they have been super fun to do. I've done 3 of these shoots over the last 8 months, I want to say. And part of that is because locating studio space, coordinating with all the people who I'm inviting to be a part of that particular shoot, getting other photographers involved who are going to do some things behind the scenes to help me out. And executing this. Really, in reality, the hardest part of this has been the logistics. It's been showing up to studios where there's a miscommunication and no one's there to let me in. It's been folks having to drop out last minute because of, for the most part, super legitimate reasons, but still a bummer. Technical issues. So even in spite of that, we've gotten a lot of really great images, but each time I feel like I get a little bit better. I get better at knowing, how many people can I reasonably photograph in this amount of time that I have booked out. And I can see myself getting new perspective and getting a little bit better, but this is definitely something that does not have a stated end to the project. It's just keep doing it until I've decided that I've had enough or that I've accomplished something that I set out to do. So I'm, again, in the process of wrapping up the last shoot. I have images done. I'm sharing them on Instagram for now. So if you want to see more images than just what are shared in this video, feel free to join me on Instagram. But now I'm in the process of figuring out who I want to invite for this next shoot, figuring out where I'm going to shoot it, who's going to work with me on it, and really planning out all of those logistics so that I can go in and do this next shoot and hopefully get some really good practice with the main goal, which is directing people and, again, making things more comfortable, working through poses, being able to translate what I'm seeing in my head to the person who's actually going to be doing that, and then making it a fun environment. So another element here that I thought would be cool is that I know a fair number of folks who watch these videos on my channel do oftentimes work with models or do portraits, even whether they're models or not. And so I would love to hear what tips and tricks you all have for directing. I think that's really cool to get some different perspectives, and then maybe that's something that I can try out in this next shoot and report back on how it went and what successes or awkward failures that there were. But that's pretty much it for this video, is just a check-in to talk about that particular project and share some of the content from it. If it was interesting at all to you, please give me some thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. I am posting videos every single week, so that'll keep you in the know for when the next video comes out. But for now, I'm Colton, and I'll see you in the next one.